Hey guys, Mark here. I've been teaching people how to drive for 14 years, and throughout the years people come back to me with the same questions about driving tests over and over again. So I decided to make this little compilation to answer those frequently asked questions. So the number one question I keep on being asked over and over again is, do I fail if I stall the car? And the simple answer is no. Most of the time if you stall, it's absolutely fine, especially if you're just moving off from side of the road. You may get into trouble if you're obstructing other traffic or creating a dangerous situation. So for example, you're emerging onto a busy carriageway or joining a roundabout and you stall halfway through or something like that. But or if you're moving from traffic lights and you stall and you block traffic behind you, most of the time you're absolutely fine. As long as it doesn't happen too often on the test, you shouldn't really worry too much about it. What if I go 2 miles an hour over the limit? So speed on the test generally. And again, it's most of the time not a big deal. If the limit is 30 and you're going 32 for a few seconds, you realize that and you correct yourself, it's absolutely fine. Again, as long as it's not creating any dangerous situations. If you're speeding next to a school, well, that may be a problem, especially if you're supposed to, if the safe speed to choose there would be about 20 or 25 and you're doing 32, then it's not just that you're over the limit, it's just that you're driving too fast for this scenario, for this situation. But most of the time, being a couple miles an hour over the limit or under the limit, it's pretty much the same thing. Again, as long as it doesn't happen too often, you should be absolutely fine with that. Since 2017 and the introduction of sat-nav onto the driving test, I keep on getting asked what happens if I take the wrong turn during independent driving. And again, the VSA themselves said it's not a big deal, it happens to everyone. As long as you take the turn or drive properly and correctly, you'll be fine. So what I mean by that is, if you're driving in a lane that's dedicated for turning left only and you go straight ahead, yes, that's a problem. But if you take the first road on the left rather than the second, as long as you do everything properly, so you check your mirrors, your signal, your position, speed and gear are okay, yeah, you're fine, not a big deal. Again, as long as it doesn't happen too often, you don't repeatedly keep on taking the wrong turns, in which case you would be penalized for probably awareness and planning, I would say. Yeah, should be fine, not a big deal. And I've seen a lot of tests failed because people were afraid to go not where the sat-nav was leading them. They realized very last second, oh no, I need to take the turn, and they cut across 3 lanes just to go where the sat-nav is leading them. No, that's silly. That's not what you're supposed to do. But I need to admit it takes practice and experience to be able to consciously follow the road not the way sat-nav is telling you to do. So yeah, you may want to practice that a little bit. What if I don't answer show me, tell me questions? Again, the advice is there on Gov UK website. If you don't answer the tell me question, it's fine, you get a driver fault for that. With show me questions, when they modified them recently, you're doing the show me question on the move now. So what we're looking for is how you're controlling the vehicle while doing a show me question. So what's supposed to happen is the examiner will then show you how to do this, and he'll ask you to do it again because he really wants to see if you're not gonna lose control over the car or do something silly, miss a pedestrian crossing or miss a red light or something like that, just because you're looking for windscreen wipers or something like that. So it's not a big deal again, usually just a driver fault, as long as you stay in control and stay safe. And the last question, that comes up quite often as well. Do I have to apply the handbrake when I'm waiting on traffic lights? And the short answer is no, you don't have to do that. You won't be penalized if you don't do that on the test. However, it is advisable to do that. That's the safest way to secure the car when you're waiting in traffic. Okay, I hope that did answer your questions. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section below. If you like the video, please hit the like button, that helps a lot. And if you're looking for some advice about driving, maybe consider subscribing to my channel. As always, thanks for watching and drive safe.